Hello. Today we're going to be making an apple pie. It is time for my apparently seasonal baking episode. I've got apples, you can't see those because they're on the counter. I'm trying to figure out how tall it needs to be. Anyways, the camera's there. We'll try to get something on it so that you can see. But got apples on the counter, we got flour, we got sugar, we got an assortment of things and some baking pans underneath all of this. What we do need though is a knife. Also, probably a cutting board would help too. I have a knife and a fork just in case. I don't know what to do with it yet. But we're probably going to need it, so. Alright, I have my biggest cutting board. I have Granny Smith apples. But yeah, I was really standing in the store for a second trying to debate whether I wanted red apples or green apples. But then I remembered that green apples are better, so I got some Granny Smiths. First thing we need to do with these apples is wash them to get all the gross stuff off of it. I'm gonna just wash 3 of them for now, because I don't know how many I'll actually end up needing, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need all of them, but we'll just wash 3 for now. Alright, I also already washed my hands, so don't worry, we're fine. So, next thing we need to do apparently is to chop these up. Someone said to quarter them first, so that they're in 4 pieces, but then I watched someone do a video of it, where they just cut around the core, so they kind of quartered it, but not really. I don't have a great knife for this, I just have a knife that is not the biggest knife. This is the medium knife. I don't want to move the camera, so you're just gonna have to trust me that they're cut up now. I'm trying to remember how my mom did it. You know what it was? She never had to really cut anything specifically for the core because we had an apple core, so it didn't really matter that there's a core in it. So the next step to this is to chop them finely, slice them thinly. One of those two, but it's sort of like this, where they're almost transparent, but it's fine. Really thin, really, fine. I think I want to be putting these in the bowl, because then we'll put all the stuff on top of it. And if not, I'll just dump them back out on the cutting board. It's not really a problem. Now they're in there. I don't know if you can see that. There they are. Happy Friday, by the way. I don't know what 4 to 5 cups of apples looks like, so I don't think they mean to put it in a measuring cup and actually measure, but I might actually do that. Also, last night I had a dream that I went out to lunch with one of my close friends from elementary school, and my card got declined after eating, and that was kind of not fun to wake up to. What was nice, however, was opening up my bank account and seeing that there was indeed money in there, and that the next time I go out to eat, it will not get declined. Well, for that reason anyways. I'm worried that this is too many apples and then I'll have leftover apples just for snacking, and I hate green apples. Hold on, that's a little bit harsh. I don't hate green apples, I just prefer red apples over green apples. They look like avocados. Kind of like that. They look like avocados on the side. What is next? I have the instructions on my handy dandy phone. Something we should have done before we put all the apples on the thing is put the pie crust in the tin so that it can chill in its shape. I bought pie crust because I don't want to deal with that. So I bought pre-made pie crust to make life easier. None of them came in just 1 pie tin. A lot of them came in 3s or 10s, and I was I literally don't need that many pie tins. So now we have 1 pie tin. Yes, this would have been directions. Are you fucking okay? We have to let these defrost out of the refrigerator for 15 minutes, so I guess we will be doing other things while these defrost. Well, seeing how this is only 2 cups of apples, I thought this would be more. So the rest of this is probably also 2 cups. Well, 3 cups I'm hoping. So the recipe called for 4 to 5 cups of apples. So I'm just gonna use what I have right now. And if we need more later, we can always cut up more. Okay, so now it's set to toss these apples in lemon juice. And I absolutely do not have a big enough bowl to toss them. I do have another bowl that's bigger, but I don't want to get another bowl dirty. So we're just going to mix them as gently as possible so they don't all come flying out. Alright, we've got lemon juice. I think we only need 1 tablespoon. Is this really what it's going to be? Just dripping out like that? Spoon. I feel like it'd be better just to use my hands as well. Maybe I'll try that. Get my fingers all up in there. Again, I did wash my hands. We're fine. Alright, so hopefully that's all mixed. The next step was to add all the flour and stuff. I don't think these are as defrosted as they should be. But we're gonna go ahead and try. So this crust is still a little bit cold. Like the one end will not unroll because it's still too cold without cracking. So I'm just gonna leave this. This is all out of order, but I promise the pie will come out at some point and it'll look just fine. So we need a quarter cup of baking sugar. What? Quarter cup of brown sugar. Well, we did have ground cinnamon at some point. Aha, here it is, ground cinnamon. Jeez, why was that so hard to find? Well, I've been spilling cinnamon everywhere inside the bowl, so hopefully that's half a teaspoon. What else? We're not using nutmeg. We do need some salt though. We're not gonna use cloves and we're not gonna use allspice. And it says 2 tablespoons butter. We're gonna put some flour in here though, because a lot of other recipes call for cornstarch, but we don't have cornstarch, so we're gonna use flour. So I put in, it says 1 to 2, but I only put in 1.5 because I was just like, fuck it. And now, I'm gonna get my butter out. We need a knife. This isn't melted at all, so hopefully it's fine. Now we can try using the spoon, because I definitely don't want to put my hands in this. You know what we didn't put in yet? Sugar, like actual sugar. Now we can mix this. All right, I think we're good. Let me just, it looks fine, right? It looks perfect, it looks normal. All right, so I'm gonna try to work with this crust again, because I gotta get it situated so that I can put the filling in. So it's still a little bit bezucked, but we can manage. There's some tears in this bottom layer, but I think it'll be okay because it'll be caught in the pan. I'd be more worried if it was in the top, so I want that to look nice. It'll definitely look a little bit crunchy on the edges. All right, I think we're good to go in the pan. Some of them are folded over. Just gonna hope that it doesn't break while it's baking. I always hate how they tell you to preheat the oven after you've made all the ingredients, because you're like, well then, hold on. Now I'm gonna wait for the oven to fucking preheat. Anyway, so the apples are done basically. The pie crust is ready to receive the apples. I'm gonna put the apples in the fridge, and then when the oven is done preheating, I'll come back and do that.
1 eternity later.
Alright, so the oven is finally preheated, and I'm gonna roll out the other crust, which is actually quite soft now. So hopefully we don't have any problems unrolling it. We're gonna put all the apples in here. So part of me thinks that we have too many apples, that I should have lined them a little bit better in this pan, but I think we'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. All right, so they had me put out 2 tablespoons of butter, and then it says to dot the butter, and I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, so I cut the butter into 4 quarters so that it's kind of like technically a dot. We're just gonna place them around. I really don't know what they mean by dotted. This one's a lot easier to peel this time, so that's nice. And hopefully I don't fuck it up. I'm actually very nervous right now. This doesn't seem like it should be this easy to roll over. It says cut the edges so that they don't spill over. I don't know if I want to do that, but I think I will. So I'm just kind of going around and squeezing the edges over the edges. I don't know if that makes any sense. So that none of the filling escapes when it kind of rises. We do have some leftover dough that I'm going to sort of mash together and try to make something out of it. I don't know what I'm gonna try to make. Not a lot that I can make by hand. I don't have any cookie cutters. What if I made an apple out of this? That would be hilarious. What if I made a jack-o'-lantern? Oh my god, hold on. I'm making a jack-o'-lantern. That is happening. 200%. Alright, I still have a little bit of dough left, so I'm gonna see what else I can make with this. Like I said, I don't have any cookie cutters or anything, so this is gonna be just purely by hand, and hopefully it comes out well. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of scared. Just because I know things like don't exactly bake the way that they're supposed to sometimes. As far as like shapes go. So I'm just gonna do my best and hope it turns out. Okay. So now we gotta put it in the oven. It says put it on a round baking sheet, but we don't have a round baking sheet. We only have a square one, so it's fine. This goes in here for 10 minutes. Ah, that's hot. Wow. Does it fit? It does. Okay, so that goes in there for 10 minutes, and then I gotta reduce the heat to 350 because it's currently at 450. So we're gonna set a timer. I'm gonna come back and hopefully try to check on it in 8 minutes. So, in the meantime, I gotta clear off this card because it's empty and also change the battery because it's dying. I'll see you soon. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes since I changed the temperature down to 350, and It's pretty much done. I feel like it can go in for another 10 minutes, so I'm gonna set another 10-minute timer because the recipe did say that's not 10 minutes. There we go. The recipe did say to put it in for 50 minutes, so I put it in for 30, but it also said until it was like brown and bubbling and stuff, so I'm really just gonna put it in for another 10 minutes at a time until I feel like it's done. But it looks pretty much almost there. That's what it looks like right now, so I feel like it's almost done. So I'm just gonna leave it in there for another 10 minutes and I'm gonna come back and check on it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It doesn't look awful. I did get a little bit too obsessed with cutting out the shapes, so I forgot to put the slits in it, to cut holes in it basically, to let it breathe a little. So some of the pie top crust is cracked. Also, I think I left it sitting out too long, defrosting from the refrigerator, so it looks a little awkward, but it's fine, honestly. We made a pie. As long as the inside's cooked, I think it'll be fine. I have to wait an hour before I can cut into it because it needs to cool and stuff, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And maybe in an hour I'll remember to come back and get a shot of that. Probably not. I'll probably be editing this video and forget about it entirely. So if this is the end of the video, then happy Halloween, happy October, happy fall, just all of the seasonal greetings. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you enjoy these cooking videos, because I definitely enjoy baking and cooking, but I need to do it more often, and this is my excuse for doing it more often. So let me know if you liked it, and if you didn't, there's also a dislike button that you can utilize if you feel so inclined to do so. I won't hold it against you. And remember to hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon thing next to it so you get notified if and when I post next. Next will hopefully be a little bit of news bit, like I explained on Wednesday, that I want to do some more like news bits in between everything else, so keep an eye out for that. And until next time, remember to stay cool, stay safe, and stay positive, and I will see you in the next video.